guys, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Kaitlin and today we are going to be using my TBR board game to choose my September TBR. Now this worked really well last month. I enjoyed it thoroughly to play the board game and then choose the books that I'm going to read. It was a bit more of a surprise. Even though I only read 2 of the books that I ended up choosing, it was still such a fun way to choose my TBR. So we're going to do that again for September. I want to be a bit better about it this month and try and finish as much of my TBR as I possibly can. We're only going to choose 5 books for my September TBR. Because last month I only managed to read 4 books, so we're gonna choose 5 and then see how that goes, if we can manage to finish those. I also wanted to think of a clever way to kind of reuse the books I did not end up reading future months as well, if there are books that I end up not reading. So I think I'm going to keep the little cards that the book names are on and put them in a jar, and then if that's collected kind of enough books that I've neglected, unfortunately, then we can go back and maybe for 1 month we can have the TBR jar, choose our month's TBR. But for this month we're going to use our handy TBR board game once again. So without any further ado, let's get straight into that. So for those that are new, it's basically like Monopoly. You roll the dice and then these are all genres that you can pick from, and then these are little cards where we have books written on, and then basically I choose one, and we've got a jail there, which means a boyfriend pick, we've got a free pick, and a jail here, which means lowest rated. So without any further ado, let's just jump straight into this. I couldn't find my little thing I used last time, so we're literally going to use my ring this time. So let's start over here. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, book number 1, Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. Number 2 is 1. Okay, boyfriend pick. We got that last month too, and he ended up picking a really good book. So let's see. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a 2. So 1, 2. That is Romantasy. Okay, Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. So now we've got 3 books. 3, 1, 2, 3. This board game is so like right up my alley. Okay, so we've got one last pick because that one's a free pick, so I'll go and pick which one I want there. And then last 1, 2, we've got Fantasy, which is The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. So those are the book cards that we've got today, and then we've also got a free pick and a boyfriend pick. I feel that was so quick and easy. Like, the board game was really in my favor this month, and I am quite excited about all the books that I'm going to read. The first one we got was Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I do actually have the physical copy of this one because it was so pretty, and it's just like one of the most prettiest covers I've ever seen, and I had to have it, so obviously that made it part of my TBR. I have no idea what it's about, so let's see if we can see what it's about. Okay, so our female main character's name is Evangeline Fox. I love the name Evangeline. Evangeline has believed in happily ever after until she learns that the love of her life is about to marry another and her dreams are shattered. Okay, so basically what I can sum up from just from reading the synopsis is that Evangeline is in love with a guy, and then he is about to marry someone else, and she tries to stop it. So then she makes a deal with the Prince of Hearts to try and stop the wedding, but then in exchange he asks for 3 kisses to be given at the time and place of his choosing. And then it goes on to say, like, after the first kiss she learns that bargaining with an immortal is a dangerous game. So I'm guessing there are going to be immortals, hopefully some magic. Other than that, I have really no idea what this book is about, but I am super excited to get into that. So that is the first book for our September TBR. Then the next book that we had, it was a free pick, so meaning I can choose whatever I want, and what I chose for this month was Reckless. So last month I read both Powerless and Powerful from Lauren Roberts, and I'm so excited to get into Reckless and see where Peyton and Kai's relationship and their story are going. I am so excited because book one was very much like enemies to lovers and then to enemies, and so right now they're kind of enemies, but you know, they care about each other. I'm very excited. I'm not really going to read the synopsis because I do feel it'll spoil the first book, but basically if you haven't read the Powerless series, you have a society where they have people with abilities and people without abilities. I think they're called ordinaries, and our female main character Peyton doesn't have any abilities, and so basically the king is trying to kill her because she doesn't have any abilities. In their society, they believe that the ordinaries carry some kind of sickness, and that's why they don't have abilities. So basically everyone's trying to kill her, and then Kai is basically part of the royal family and he is tasked with having to kill her, but obviously they have some romance between them. So I'm so excited to see how their love story unfolds. Then another pick was a boyfriend pick. Now this is always fun to me. My boyfriend picks really fun books for me to read. Last month he picked Funny Story by Emily Henry, and I ended up rating that 5 stars. I really enjoyed that. So when he gets home later, we'll ask him to quickly pick. That was a loud motorcycle. So when he gets home later, we can ask him to pick another book for this month's TBR. Then 2 other books that I don't actually have the physical copies for is, the first one is Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. Let me Google that quickly because I have absolutely zero clue what that's about. Let's go on Goodreads and see what they say there. I'm always scared to Google books because I'm so scared I get a spoiler and then it ruins the book for me. So I'm actually really scared to Google books, but let's see. I just want a synopsis. I want to be able to tell you guys like more or less what it's about. Okay, basically in this world, the empire dies and his son Jace becomes the new leader. So I'm guessing Jace is going to be our male main character, and he basically rules the kingdom now. But then there seems to be a queen as well, somewhere else, a young queen. And it seems like Jace wants to take out the young queen. That's what it seems like to me. And then a former street thief, Kazi, which I'm guessing is our female main character, is then sent by the queen to go to the kingdom where Jace is and kind of figure something out there. Literally that is all I can see. I'll probably get that one on my Kindle, to be honest. That's book number 4 is Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson, and then the last one we have is The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. Now this book I have seen people talk about and they say it's a super high fantasy, intense. Ooh, there's a trilogy. The whole trilogy is on sale. I need to get that. It's rated really good. 1,000 years, the ash fell and no flowers bloomed. Without the scar slaved in misery and in fear. 1,000 years, Lord Silver and rain. Basically, it seems to me that there is like a dark lord that's been reigning over the lands for quite a while. It looks like it's 1,000 years, and then there's one guy gets basically abilities or something, and then he recruits like a bunch of other people and they're trying to take him down, and then along the way he meets a girl and then they take them down together. I will let you know if that is anything what the book's about because like I said, I don't have the physical copies of these, so I'll either have to get them or read them on my Kindle, so I don't really know what they're about. But those are the books for this month that we are going to be reading in September. So that will be The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson, Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson, Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber, Reckless by Lauren Roberts, I almost said Lauren Asher, by Lauren Roberts, and then I am just waiting for my boyfriend to get back home so we can find out which book he's going to choose for me. So my boyfriend did end up picking a book for me, and no surprise, it is an Emily Henry book. At this point I'm going to be reading all of them. He's going to have to find a new favourite author after I've read all her books, but he chose this one. So You and Me on Vacation, and then it says 2 best friends, 10 summer trips, their last chance to fall in love. and literally I only have the picture, so I have no idea what else it's about. I kind of like going into her books really with just the few sentences she gives on the front of the book and knowing nothing else, and then it's like nice to experience the whole book without knowing anything going on. So that is my last book on my September TBR. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that one at the bookstore sometime, and hopefully then read that one as well this month. Yeah, so there you have it, guys. Those are the books we are going to be reading in September. I'm so excited. I feel like it's a really good pick, a really good bunch, and with some different stories, lots of fantasy, which I'm really excited about. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, remember to subscribe and like this video and turn on the post notifications to not miss any further videos. Thank you guys once again so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.